Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Wonderful, you boomer, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Kevin O'Leary says he wants to more than double his crypto holdings to 7%. Hang on a second. Is this not the same Kevin O'Leary who said Bitcoin is garbage? Right, so celebrity investor Kevin O'Leary wants to more than double his crypto holdings from 3% of his portfolio to 7% by the end of 2021. There's a surprise. Rich people wanted to get in crypto. I didn't know. Nobody told me. Celebrity investor Kevin O'Leary says he wants to double. The Shark Tank investor previously said Bitcoin was garbage. Yeah, we remember. But he later changed his mind. Oh, did he? Did he just suddenly change his mind, did he? Is that how it works? Is that how these people become multi-millionaires and billionaires? They just kind of change their mind. O'Leary, who is chairman of O-Shares ETF, said he is bullish on crypto and wants to allocate more in his personal portfolio. I want to raise my exposure to crypto, currently at 3% to 7% by the end of the year. But he said investors want US authorities to make decisions about regulating cryptocurrencies. I don't want to get involved in crypto if the regulator says it's not okay, he said. I can't afford to be offside. I cannot afford to be non-compliant. The US government is in the process of developing regulations for cryptocurrencies, even as more countries legalize Bitcoin. Just last week, El Salvador became the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Yes, we know. So we also know about the SEC sending a Wells notice to Coinbase. We know that the BlockFi CEO has come out and said we need to know where we stand on these lending products. And similarly now, Kevin O'Leary is saying we need to know where we stand in terms of crypto so we can pile in the rest of his money. However, he predicts that there will be trillions of dollars of interest waiting to come on board when regulators finally approve of cryptocurrencies as an institutional asset class. And this is right, guys. This is how it works, right? So there's a lot of large institutions, not individual investors, larger institutions who cannot, just by the rules and the policies of their institution, buy into cryptocurrencies until it's a regulated institutional asset class. When it is, you will indeed see trillions of dollars pumping across. That's just a given. I mean, that's why we're seeing grayscale trust funds, where for people to kind of find proxy ways of getting into Bitcoin. We heard that we might get a Bitcoin futures ETF, again, another way for institutions to be allowed to get some exposure to crypto. At the moment, they can buy some exposure through the mining companies, Hut, these kind of companies, Mara, Riot, we know about these, but how long before they can directly get access to the hard money, which is BTC, right? When can they get that? Because when they can, they're going to pile in loads. For Bitcoin specifically, if regulators allow financial services companies to treat it as an asset class and approve Bitcoin-based exchange-traded funds, which are the ETFs we're talking about, he sees another $1 trillion worth of buying. Yes, we know. We've been saying this for a while. This is not going away. This is the new asset class. Okay, so it's not garbage anymore, is it, Kevin? Betting against airlines. O'Leary also said he's betting against airlines because business travel will never come back to what it was before the pandemic. Okay, fine. I don't care about what he thinks about airlines. Look at this. So, somebody like Kevin O'Leary saying that he's going to pile in 7% of his net worth. Guys, I want everybody watching this to, I'm speaking in a cynical tone for a reason, and I'm being a bit facetious with it on purpose, because I want to drive home the point that a lot of these famous individuals who get a lot of media exposure and on the mainstream press, they're not telling us the truth, right? How do you know that Kevin O'Leary doesn't already have 7, 8, 9, 10% in crypto holdings, right? When he's saying it's garbage, do you not think that's when he's buying up? Do you think these guys are that naive that they're not buying up when the price is down? Do you think they're buying at $60,000 like the average retail investor who does minimal research? No, that's not how they got to where they are. And that's not how they're going to do what they're doing in Bitcoin as well. These guys aren't silly. They're not going to buy Bitcoin at $60,000, $100,000. These guys will buy, nice pillow, mate. These guys will buy at low prices. They want to buy at $20,000, $25,000, $30,000. And so when they realize they missed the boat, why do you think we see all these sudden wicks down? This is market manipulation, right? We know the institutions are doing that, but also these individual high net worth individuals, they know that when the price runs, it's too late to go in. So they're only going to speak about it positively when they have no choice, when they look silly if they don't, which is now, right? If Kevin O'Leary comes out now, and Mark Cuban comes out now, when all these guys who invested in crypto suddenly now come out and say, oh, Bitcoin's no great, they just look silly because everybody knows it's a real asset class and everybody knows that it's going one way. Right? But if they were doing that before, then they would have driven the price too early. Retail adoption would have come in too early and they wouldn't have been able to build out their position. And that's how these people are working. And that's why you got to be careful who you're listening to. Because if somebody like Kevin O'Leary, and I'm not just saying one individual, but if these types of individuals were the ones that prevented you from building your position 3, 4, 5 years ago, then you need to take a deeper look at yourself. You shouldn't need to go to these individuals and go, Kevin O'Leary's bought some crypto. He's at 7% now. I need to be at 7%. That's not how it works. You build your conviction based on your research. You build your portfolio size based on your risk tolerance and what you can afford to lose and what you can't afford to lose. And you build out your portfolio. There's no way unless your portfolio should match up exactly to Kevin O'Leary's. Therefore, why do you care whether he's bullish or not on Bitcoin? I mean, you may have a comparative advantage in understanding Bitcoin and the technology which he doesn't have. So why would you wait for somebody like him who's maybe going to pick it up later when it's a bit more mainstream? Why would you wait for somebody like him to tell you that it's okay to do so? Because he may be buying quietly in the background while you lot are scared to not buy in. And this is the point I want to make. We saw this FUD with Tesla as well. Why do you need the conviction of Tesla buying into Bitcoin for you to build out your position? The fundamentals don't change, and that should be a red flag for people to go, hang on a second, maybe I've not done enough research. If I need these kind of superficial validations of Bitcoin from mainstream celebrities, then am I doing enough research? Do I know enough about this asset class? Maybe I should stay on the sidelines because, I'm not buying or selling my Bitcoin based on what Kevin O'Leary says. I couldn't care less, right? Because he's at a different point. How do I know what he's saying is true? He might be 20% deep in cryptocurrencies right now. No, I guarantee you, without looking into it, I guarantee you he has at least a few investments in the crypto space. I'm not just saying in terms of the coins itself. I bet he's got some VC fund money in crypto companies, whether it's NFT projects or any other exchanges or any other types of blockchain related companies. I guarantee he's investing in those as well as his own coins, and maybe he's even bought a few NFTs as well, right? That's what they do. They'll buy when other people, they don't tell you when they buy. It's not like you subscribe to an alert that every time Kevin O'Leary buys, you get to see it, right? So anyway, rant over. I just wanted to make the point that we as investors who want to be in these projects, whether it's equities, whether it's stocks, whether it's anything else, whether it's crypto, we don't want to be in this based on the whims of celebrities or mainstream investors, right? It shouldn't matter to you. You shouldn't be buying just as you shouldn't be buying Bitcoin because Kevin O'Leary is saying it, you shouldn't be buying Tesla because Elon Musk tweets something, or Dogecoin because, Elon Musk tweets something, or buying Tesla because Kathy Wood says she's added more Tesla. That's not a validation. That's not conviction in a stock or equity or Bitcoin. And therefore, when things go the wrong way, you're the ones who are panic selling and selling at a loss and realizing that loss. And then you go, hang on, this is not working for me. Because you're not doing the groundwork, because you're not going into the fundamentals and truly understanding what's going on. So there you go, guys. Just kind of irked me when I saw that by Kevin O'Leary telling us, kindly alerting us to the fact that he's trying to increase from 3% to 7% of his holdings in crypto. There you go, guys. Rant over. We'll see you in the next one.